on how we used to prepare all of our pricing for our project work and flower bed jobs. As of a few days ago, we finally moved away from this archaic method of doing it, but this method has worked well for us for the past 3 years. However, as we scale, I wanted to create a better way for an office manager to be able to just click a few buttons and come up with a pricing. And I'll save that for another video on how I set that up. But for this video, I'm going to just write on this screen and show you exactly what we would do to prepare our pricing. The reason I like this method, and you can do it however you see fit, and there's better ways to do it, but this is quick and just to the point. The reason I like this method is it allows you to see your costs and your price to the customer and gives you a rough idea on the gross margin you're gonna make on this job. So this is gonna be a very quick video, but I'm just gonna use the example that there is a generic flower bed job that we've got asked to create an estimate for, and this is how we come up with the price. So let's imagine that you go to a property and you're there to complete the estimate assessment visit. And you come up with the notion that it's going to take you, let's say it's gonna take you 2 budgeted hours, and I'll write that here. It's gonna take you two budgeted hours to complete that job. And granted, I'm writing it on the screen, but let's imagine that you have an actual piece of paper you're doing this on. 2 budgeted hours to complete this job. Let's say it's going to take you 15 bags of mulch. And it's also going to take some spray and preen to take care of the weeds. Let's say you're not gonna do any weed barrier, and let's imagine that you are in the thick of the season, so you decide to add an E-fee to help with overhead recovery. Let's imagine that you have a dumpster and that dumpster costs you $100 a month, so you wanna recoup that cost, and this flower bed job is just gonna take 1 bag to put in that dumpster. So let's say that you have a generic minimum dumping fee of $25, but let's just put dumping fee. So what I like to do is in the paper, I like to just put all of my things right in the middle, and then I start to come in and put pricing right thereafter. So I'm gonna pull up a calculator just for easy math. All right, so 2 budgeted hours. So let's imagine that your hourly rate to the customer, let's just say, is $75, and it's going to take you 2 hours. So the price to the customer for labor is going to be $150. Let's imagine that you use P for P as a model, and you pay them, you pay your employees 33%, and for us, we pay about an additional 11% in payroll taxes. So I like to just round up on all these numbers. Granted, there's gonna be some decimal points. I don't get that too much into the weeds. So if you break down that math, my costs on that labor is gonna be around 55 bucks. Now for bags of mulch, let's say that 1 bag of mulch after tax costs you $4 for easy math, and you're gonna get 15 bags of mulch. So at cost, it's going to be 60 bucks for you. But you wanna add, let's say, a 50% markup to that. So the price to the customer is 90. Let's say for spray and preen, you just have a generic cost of 10 and you charge them 25. For your E-fee, let's just say you charge them 25, costs you nothing. For a dumping fee, 25, and you can break this. I'll put 0 here because you're not gonna really know how much it's gonna cost you, because you could have one job one flower bed job a month that technically costs you 100 bucks for that one flower bed job, or you can have 1,000 flower bed jobs and it costs you just pennies for that dumpster. So I'll just put $0. Now at the very bottom, I like to add everything up. So I'll take price to customer first. So the price to the customer for this job would be $315. And then the cost is going to be $125. I have literally done this for the past 3 years on a piece of paper, and it looked just like this. So it gives me my gross margin. Obviously, it's not going to be perfectly configured, but it gives me my idea of how profitable I'll be on this job, and it allows me to do 3 things. What I just said, figuring out how profitable you'll be on this job, gives you a snapshot of the supplies that you'll need, so that when you actually go into your software and create this estimate, you look down at the piece of paper and you say, I know I need 15 bags of mulch and spray and preen. And you can also put in your software, well, that's going to take me 2 budgeted hours. So it's a quick snapshot, and also gives you a price to the customer. So we can say that it's going to cost us 125. So our profit on this will be about 190. And that is about a 60%. Wait, am I right on that? Yeah, let's just go with it. I'm probably wrong on math here. That's gonna be 60% gross margin. I literally did this for 3 years, like I said. We've just kind of did something. We've perfected this into a Google Sheet, and so our office manager only has to input 2 things and answer 7 questions, and it kicks out a price, no matter if it's a flower bed job or if it's a retaining wall. So as you scale, I recommend moving past this method. But if you're, let's say if you're from 0 to, let's say, I'll even go up to $500,000 a year. If you're 0 to $500,000 a year, using this method to find out your price and your costs, perfectly fine. So hope this helps. If it did, hit the like button. I would love to see some of our subscribers kind of go up, and I really appreciate all the support. So take care. Jesus loves you. God bless.